Hello everybody and welcome back to Marvel Rivals. In this one we're going to be going over Iron Man. Iron Man is definitely himself, so let's just get right into him. First thing I wanted to go over was Iron Man's movement. Iron Man is one of the flying characters in this game and can fly freely. You can go up by pressing the jump button and going down by pressing the descent button. That is space and control on keyboard and mouse. I'm not fully sure what the buttons are on controller. Iron Man's primary attack is called Repulsor Blast. Fire Repulsor Blast cannons forward. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Iron Man shoots Repulsor Blasts like he does. Once they impact, they do have a little bit of a blast radius, so you don't need to hit people directly if you're hitting them on the ground, and you can try and hit them with just the blast radius. Note that it does do more damage when you hit them directly. Iron Man's alternate fire is called Unibeam. Fire a Unibeam forward. This ability, you hold the button and Iron Man will shoot a Unibeam out of his chest. Note that this does not have nearly as much range as his other attack. It does, however, have a decent amount of single target damage. Iron Man's next ability is called Hypervelocity. Activate Hypervelocity state for swift forward flight. This ability is pretty self-explanatory as well. Press the button and you will fly forward whatever direction you are looking. You can press the ability button again to cancel at any time. Just keep in mind there is a stamina or fuel bar at the side. When that runs out, he will not be able to use the ability anymore.
I don't think that's the welcoming committee.
Iron Man's E ability is called Armor Overdrive. Activate Armor Overdrive state, enhancing damage of Repulsor Blast and Unibeam. Just like every other ability we went through, this one's also pretty self-explanatory. You push the button and Iron Man will go into Armor Overdrive state, allowing you to have a larger blast radius, do more damage, and an increased fire rate. The Unibeam also does a lot more damage. A few things to note for this ability: when you cast it, you will not be able to use any other abilities for a short amount of time until the transformation is fully complete. This isn't a huge deal, just make sure you're not standing out in the open or in a position where you quickly need to dash out of there. Good rule of thumb is if you're going to do this, make sure either no one's looking at you or you're behind a corner before you transform. Since Iron Man is kind of a pokey character, this ability is actually pretty good. It allows you to poke a little harder, maybe even kill a few backline healers. Iron Man's last normal ability is called Micro Missile Barrage. When Hypervelocity or Armor Overdrive is used, Iron Man can launch a missile bombardment. Most important thing about that is you have to have used one of Iron Man's other abilities in order to use this one. If you're in Armor Overdrive, you could press it and he will just launch a barrage of missiles in the direction you're looking. This is a pretty big cluster and does a decent amount of damage to people that are clustered up. Don't feel shy to use this thing. I don't see a lot of Iron Mans actually use their missiles that often, and I'm not 100% sure why. While in flight mode, Iron Man will launch a bunch of missiles slightly ahead of you and directly down. This can be kind of tricky to get the timing right if you're trying to deal damage to enemies, so I understand why a lot of people don't use this version of the missiles. But if you're flying over a bunch of enemies, why not test your luck?
Rockets, fire.
Iron Man's ultimate ability is called Invincible Pulse Cannon. Fire a devastating pulse cannon in the targeted direction, delivering catastrophic damage to the target area upon impact. This ability is also pretty self-explanatory. You press the button, he charges up for a short amount of time, and then shoots a nuke at an area, dealing a bunch of damage to everyone hit. Keep in mind, this ability is called Invincible Pulse Cannon, but you are not invincible while you're shooting it, and there are definitely ways to counter this ultimate. This is one of the ultimates that a lot of characters in the game actually have abilities to get rid of. Almost every shield in the game can block this thing entirely. Captain America's can bounce it back at you. There are also just a lot of characters that can block it just because of their kit. I'm looking at you, Iron Fist. So make sure you kind of pick your targets. Make sure you know who's on the enemy team that can possibly block this, or worse, shoot it back at you, and people that just can't do anything if they get targeted. Iron Man has one team-up ability with the Hulk called Gamma Charge. Hulk charges Iron Man with gamma radiation. When Iron Man uses Armor Overdrive, he will initiate a gamma upgrade instead. Once Hulk is on the team, you can see Iron Man's E ability got a new logo. Hulk doesn't have to do anything else besides exist to get this to activate. You can tell it's activated because of the logo difference, and Iron Man has a little bit of gamma radiation pouring out of him. When using his gamma upgrade, you could see that it is now green. It does a decent amount more damage, and the blast radius is bigger. That's pretty much it. It's an overall buff. Considering this is his only ability that actually does anything in combat, it's pretty good. Not much more to say about it. If Hulk is on your team, this is a decent upgrade. And that's everything you need to know about the billionaire Tony Stark, Iron Man. What do you guys think about Iron Man? I've been seeing a lot of lists recently where he is very low. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And while you're down there, why not like and subscribe? I got a lot of plans for future videos, so why not stick around and see them? If not, thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video, and I'll see you next time.